people look at us and sometimes they kind of like don't really admire that we did a song with Snoop, and they really admire that we did a song with Nick.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, you can pick a day. Got time for you. Always got time for you. Got time for you. Always got time for you.
Okay. Yes, sir. We are live and we back. I got some real special guests with me here today. Arguably, hottest motherfucking duo in the city, you know what I'm saying, for some years now. So, got the Youngfellaz in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me hit my little... Where we at? Okay. I ain't hit that in a while. I know that the viewers watching, he ain't hit that in a while. You know what I'm saying? My guys is here.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yo, man, for the people living under a rock, introduce yourselves, man.
We go by the name of the Youngfellaz. I go by the name of Biz.
And I go by the name of Storm.
Facts.
Yeah. So let's get into let's talk about your upbringing a little bit, if you will, Biz.
Yeah,
you pass it down.
That's a fact. Yeah, I'm from Crown Heights. Lived there most of my life. Then I ended up moving uptown to College Ave. That's where I met Storm at, uptown.
Okay. Type shit fire.
That's a fact.
Yeah, we originally met in high school. You know what I'm saying? The typical story: lunchroom, cafeteria, ciphers, and
fire.
Biz was one of the guys who would try to bring everybody together. Anybody who rapped, meet us at the lunch table and let's cipher it out, see who the best is. So
that's a fact.
It didn't matter if you memorized it or if you came with your notebook, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Just spit your best 16, and that developed into us just continuing it. And we got in the studio and we started creating music, started doing shows, and we came up with the name The Youngfellaz from a mutual friend who passed away, V Money. He was gunned down earlier on in our lives, but he was the one that suggested that we become a duo, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking ever since.
That's what's up. Fire. So give me a little bit of backstory. What would you say is your introduction to hip hop? Like what made you want to do music?
Damn. What made me? I mean, shit. My sister always been big into hip hop and shit. Put me on to like Hove and all that when I was young. And I remember she came home with what album was that? It was No Way Out. And I'm like, yo, shit just is incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's
then
a fact.
I heard it, and I used to like listen to niggas raps and like fake write my own verse sounding like theirs and shit. Put my name in it.
I did that with Eminem for this album. I literally wrote down the lyrics, and I went to school one day and I spit it, and my man Mike was like, "Nigga, that's Eminem."
They called you out.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing.
I said, yo, I was fascinated by that shit.
Nah, facts.
He was like at that time, like Mace got me introduced to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I was a hardcore Mace fan. Harlem World was everything to me. But when I heard M, I said, nah, I gotta take it there. This nigga, the lyrics was impeccable to me, bro. You know
Double time rapping and shit. Shit you never heard at that time.
The way he put things, I just never heard no shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Word. So, Storm, what was your introduction?
My introduction to rap, like it was Biggie Smalls. Like my younger brother Joe, he always was around the house singing, "I love it when you call me Big Papa." So that was like my introduction to to hip hop. But from there, I took into the likings of like Jay-Z and then later on Fabulous, of course Mace,
Kiss,
Jada Kiss. Saying what you were saying about Eminem. For me, I came to school reciting the Jada Kiss verse, the one where he said the snakes in the grass, the snakes. I forget the verse. It's been so long, but
I get it.
But that verse, I went as far. I kind of went a little far with it. I went as far as doing a talent show, and I recited the verse at the talent show in front of the whole school.
You violated.
But that was my. Yeah,
Oh,
and I
that's
actually
what's up.
won.
Yeah, give that trophy back.
It was me. Shout out my boy Dev, me, my boy Dev Houston. Yeah, and that was it. That was my introduction for
That's
sure.
fire, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about, I would say, not to show age, our generation. We pay homage. We understand the culture, because I'll see interviews with some of the younger dudes, no shade, and they'll act like they invented it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Like
fact.
niggas will just come off like, oh, who you inspired by? Nobody.
Nobody.
So you mean I was like, you mean to tell me ain't nobody
Nah, that's
inspire
a
your style, bro? You know what I mean? You just, but I mean, shit. The way it's going now, they might be right.
fact.
The way some of this shit sounding, right?
Yeah, but coming up for us, it
Facts.
was just like a big. New York was just a big melting pot. Like I just felt like
sure.
everything in
For
hip hop was coming out of New York, so you couldn't, especially coming from like the neighborhood I was coming from. I'm from Soundview.
Yes, sir.
Coming from that neighborhood is just, you just kind of saw it just coming outside. Everybody, you saw Pun, you saw Fat Joe, you saw just all the different things. So it was like, if you ain't play ball, you wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So yeah.
That's a fact. Let's talk about how y'all got the Snoop feature.
That shit.
That was my, honestly. So it's a weird story. My cousin was like trying to get away from his mom's. So he was like, yo, I need to go somewhere as far as I can go. So he literally said, he just looked on the map and saw Norway and said, shit, I'm going to Norway.
Facts.
And booked a flight and flew to Norway. Didn't know nobody there, and said, I'm just going, he just chilled out there. I'm going to chill out here. And he chilled out there, and he was into skating. He was not skating. I'm sorry about that. He was into BMX riding, because he'll hate me if he hear me saying he was into skating. Nah, he was into BMX bike riding. So he met a dude in the bike shop, and the dude in the bike shop wound up being just a huge filmmaker, and he wound up being best friends with this producer who was the biggest producer in Norway.
That's crazy.
And so they kept in contact over the year. He eventually moved back to New York, and they kept in contact over the years. And it was really a thing where when the dude actually came from Norway to New York, he hit him up and said, yo, I'm here. Let's hang out. And I just so happened to be with him. And at the time, that producer had a whole album with like Talib Kweli and Self Scientific, Strong Arm Steady. It was a whole bunch of dudes, specifically from the West Coast, but he had a couple of East Coast dudes on there as well. Wow. And he was like, yo, you got to play the music for him. And at the time, this was about 2009, we had a mixtape called Back to the Basics that we was pushing, and we had out. Okay. We had uploaded it on like live mixtapes, my mixtapes, those like platforms were real popular at the time back then. And we gave it to him. Ralph Myers wound up being on tour, and he was like, when he came off tour, he was like, yo, this is the only thing we were listening to on the bus going city to city out in Europe. We gotta work. And he sent us maybe 3 beats, and the 3 beats he sent us was like what wound up being like, he took every song we did to like all 3 of those beats, and it wound up being the ones that went on the album. And he called up Snoop. It was really like he already had like his relationships with Snoop and Nipsey, George Clinton, Roxanne Shante, and all of these, phenomenal dudes. And he played them our records, and they fucked with it. Yeah, and that's what's up. Yeah, and Snoop jumped on it.
I listened to it. I was like, "It's fire. How the fuck get this together? This is hard." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a really weird like way it happened.
No, everything is by design.
We just never said no. Like we would always like that. Like, nah, if that's what it is, then that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And he always kept the whole situation a secret. The album wound up coming out on Sony Columbia. It wound up getting a major push in Europe. We wound up going out there doing huge shows. The first show we opened up for Snoop. We got to meet Snoop.
Facts.
Second show we did it in front of 50,000 people, 120 million watched all over Europe. It was in the city center where Barack Obama got his Nobel Peace Prize. It was insane. And it was just something that he was like, well, I'm not gonna just throw it out there. Let me see, how these guys kind of like handle themselves in the studio with the music first. And then he slowly, as time went by, was just introducing us to some of the biggest things in the world.
Fire. I've always admired this title, right? From the first time I seen the cover art to the name, who came up with Sophisticated Ignorance?
That was Biz.
Yeah, yo, I don't
How
even
you
know.
came up with that, bro?
It was
I
just,
always been I always
Yo.
want to ask that question. I always been fascinated by the
it
title.
was just like this like concept of like super hood shit, but done like what's the studious? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I got
eating fucking KFC, but drinking Clico. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
it
got
was just
you.
that feeling, and
Eating caviar, drinking the St. Ives.
that's
type
a fact.
shit.
So
I got
it
you.
just felt like it was
Yeah.
like the best of both worlds.
And that's always been us. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like
That makes sense.
One foot out, one
always
foot in
been-
type
yeah.
shit.
And it goes hand in hand with your name, the Youngfellaz. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
Definitely. What would you say? What's your favorite feature to date? Like the best person that y'all have ever worked with to this day?
I mean, I love, we did a song with Nip, and I think that's the dopest shit because he's one of the first people
I
that.
can't always see that, but
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Nip, bro.
And what's funny for me, like Nip, in the beginning, it was kind of like he was still so new.
Yeah.
But for me, it's Nip as well. But it was
Right.
just in the beginning, I was kind of like not hesitant, but I was just kind of like where's Nip gonna go? What's Nip gonna? We didn't know he was gonna be so profound.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so to see it turn into everything that it did, man, it's a blessing. People look at us and sometimes they kind of like don't really admire that we did a song with Snoop, and they really admire that we did a song with Nip. And they be like, I mean, it's dope you did a song with Snoop, but y'all did a song with Nip. And to hear that is like, you know. But for me, I would say one of my favorite collabs would be with Cassidy.
That was dope.
We had did a
That was
record with
fire.
Cassidy. You know, it came out briefly, but it wasn't nothing that we put a real major push behind it because we never shot a video for it. But just the whole experience, because see, working with Nip and working with Snoop, I mean, even though, you know, Nip acknowledged us and shouted us out, we were never able to work. And we did get to meet Nip, but we never got to work with him in the studio.
Facts.
Like it was all done online. But working with Cassidy, he pulled up on the studio twice.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? And first time he came, we vibed out just for a second, listened to some beats, and then he said, yeah, I'm definitely going to pull back so we can work on something. And he definitely pulled back.
That's a fact.
And we definitely got the record done, and it was an amazing experience.
That's hard. You know, I know we all grew up on Cash watching the
feel me?
DVDs and just seeing that
Yeah,
shit. So
yeah.
I can only imagine the excitement just being in that same
That's a
space.
fact.
You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? Actually seeing him do what he do. I know
Yo,
that-
our crew came. They would just, we'll sit all the way at the, because we didn't want to let them in so we can vibe out. He like, we'll
Yeah.
sit outside and just hear y'all vibe. And,
Yeah.
they watching us through the glass, like seeing us all working.
yeah.
He was like, it was really dope. It was a humbling experience for sure.
Pardon my dog. But, she do that. But, and the crazy part is I think dudes like Cash, they don't get enough credit. Yeah, Cash definitely don't get enough credit, but that shit happens, man.
Yeah.
What y'all got coming up? What y'all working on? What's new?
We just did a 10-week run, just putting records out every week, videos and shit.
Yeah. A couple of them made it up on Hip Hop Wolf. Welcome to the Culture. Shout out to them for
Facts.
showing us love and acknowledging the songs. We have this one record, Plata, that kind of it became the lead single on its own. We didn't push it to be the lead single, and that was just the one everybody gravitated towards the most. So we've been getting a lot of love from like Kid Capri and Biggs from Rockefeller and a bunch of different dudes. So
Facts.
we did that, and we planning on doing some more events. We got a 90s versus trap coming. That's something we've been doing since 2018.
I definitely pull up.
We
Nah,
threw a
for
spin.
sure.
We threw a spin on it, and we now also for the ladies do an R&B versus trap soul.
Nice.
So we got that one of those coming as well, and then we got a film. Our music made it onto a film that's coming out, directed by Sean Baker.
Okay.
The girl Mikey Madison, she's the girl from Scream 3. She's starring in the movie. It got like the top
Cannes.
prize at the Cannes Film Festival. So it was like a really big deal. And I mean, our song is only on there for 15 seconds, but
Hey man, it's dead, man.
it's still a blessing.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
You
yeah.
feel what I'm
It's dead.
saying?
He said a win is a win.
A win is a
You know what I'm
win.
saying?
So shout out to that. That's coming out later
yeah.
this year. And we got some more stuff happening in Europe with Ralph. We reconnected with Ralph. We just put a project out with Rockwaller. We spent the last 4 or 5 years working with Rockwall and Eric Sermon and the whole Def Squad team.
Dope.
So we put an EP out with him last summer, and that did very well. We was up at Apple Music with Charlie Sloth and
Fire.
a lot of just keeping the name alive, keeping the city alive, and just trying to keep
That's a
everything in
fact.
motion.
Yo, as artists, right? I know it's weird when like we'll like a song, you recorded this song, you got it in your head on the idea that you want to do with a particular song, and then the audience will like something totally different.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? And you be thinking that song is the shit, then they like something totally
Yo,
different.
it's always like that, and it's like, damn, you sure that's the one you like? Like, I
Yeah.
spent all this time and effort on this shit, but that's why I think we threw the 10 out to see what would stick. Throw it at the wall. If it stick, it stick. Like, we loved all 10 records. It wasn't like we didn't like any. You know what I'm saying? Or none of them was really throwaways. They all was shit we really liked. So we threw it at the wall. People fucked with what they fucked with. We seen why they fucked with it and kept it like that.
That's what's up. Organic, hell yeah, that's
Facts.
fire. So I want to ask individual questions. So I'm gonna start with you. How you got your rap name?
I went through a bunch of old rap. I think my name was like Third Degree when I was in high school and shit. And it's like, and that shit was corny because it was like, yo, I spent 5 years on third. That shit was horrible. Then I had a bunch of other shit. Then I had wanted to be Hollywood, and there was another nigga I knew named Hollywood, so I couldn't be that. So I'm like, damn. And then Biz just came. It was like, damn, I fuck with that.
It still works. Hollywood show.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. So it was like,
Okay,
it was
I
like
got
a
you.
synonym to that
Perfect.
shit. But I was
It
like,
makes
damn,
sense.
I had wanted to be Hollywood. I'm happy I'm not now, but
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to be.
Yeah, for me it was Storm. It was an acronym, slowly taking over rap music, and that was me as a kid.
hard.
That's what I came up with, and I went to the neighborhood. I started telling people my name is Storm, and everybody it stuck with me. They was really feeling it.
I like that acronym. That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
I tried to make my shit acronym too, but it's
Yeah,
not like
that's fire. As it's processing,
it ain't no word
I'm
with
like,
Z.
damn,
It
that
ain't no
shit
Z
really
words.
fucking hard.
It ain't no Z
Slowly
words and
taking over
shit.
rap. That's
I was
fucking
like,
hard.
damn, I couldn't make my shit no
Yeah,
acronym.
that's hard.
Yeah, I put a lot of thought into it, but it was just we wanted I wanted something clever. So, and I was corny too. I came up with I was J Bugs, J Boogie, a bunch of corny names and
Facts.
and like Biz said, J Storm just stuck. You know what I'm saying? And Storm and Biz just worked really well together. You know what I'm saying?
I like them back to back freestyles to the Kendrick and the Drake joint. What inspired that? I mean, it's self-explanatory, but
Oh yeah, exactly. Like those were the hottest drinks at the time, beat wise.
yeah.
Because we wasn't gonna do those.
Yeah, nope.
Like we so fly, like those verses was just like totally different beats.
But those was popular at the time, so we were like, let's just take advantage of what's out right now.
That makes sense. I stayed away from that content too. I tried my best. I wish I didn't, but I tried because niggas ate off that joint.
Facts.
Yeah, Biz ain't really want to do it, but
Yeah,
sometimes
I tried to stay away.
I'm kind of like, yo, I'm kind of sometimes that voice of like, yo, we gotta kind of do it. You know,
Yeah.
Biz loves being original though. He's
I
like,
get it.
he's super like, nah, man, let's do what we do. And I'm like, yo, sometimes we gotta kind of like play with what's happening on
Right.
the algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a 2 Chainz interview one time, and he was like, "Why would I spend time doing covers when I could take that same time and make original music?" And I kind of wish I never seen that interview at the time
'Cause that's-
I kind of was running with that for years. Niggas would be like, "Yo, get on this beat." I'd be like, "Nah, nigga, I can make my own."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You kind of missing out a little bit. You know what I mean? Because the fans, they do like to hear that type of shit.
Nah, facts.
And we grew up on that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Watching again, Wayne, Cassidy, Joel,
Exactly.
these other artists doing their thing on different beats. So
Yeah. And we had did a joint on Shady 45 called Punchline Academy.
Yeah.
And that's what really inspired us to do those freestyles.
Fire.
Because we got a lot of good reception from it. And it also got picked up by Hip Hop Wolf and Welcome to the Culture too. So, and it went super viral. It's probably like the most viral piece of content that we got out. So we were like,
That's what's
yo,
up.
we gotta
Just
do
rap
that again. Like
You know what I'm
people
saying?
will appreciate it. So when we see like just the feedback we get from the comments to the DMs, it's like
Yeah.
this is it. Like they like that more than they like when we kind of come up with the original content with the lyrics and the reels and the shorts. You know, they really appreciate it and enjoy. Not all the time, but when we surprise them with it, they really enjoy it.
What would y'all say is the key to y'all longevity? Y'all been here in this space for a long time.
Just we don't follow no like trendy shit. We just ourselves all the time, and I feel like There's no age on that shit.
Yeah.
If you yourself, you cool if you yourself, because only you could be you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we never like hopped on trendy shit or like we should do this because that's what's hot. And don't get me wrong, we thought about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit on the cutting room.
Drawing boards is crazy, right?
A lot of shit that didn't come out that I
Yeah.
hear back and I'm like, that shit is fucking horrible. Like if we did that shit, it's embarrassing. But that's what music is about. So we ourselves, and I feel like that trumps everything. So I think that goes forever.
Authenticity, I get
And
it.
I gotta give a little light to the fact that, you know, we definitely were lucky and blessed to meet the people we met, because
sure.
it was a domino effect. Like from Ralph Myers, we were able to meet Ghazi. We was able to sign the Empire.
Facts.
We was able to have that. You know, we've had that deal. We're on our 10th year now, and we've been putting out music with them. We haven't officially put out a debut album just yet.
Yeah.
But we've been putting out music and pushing our content through them for the last 10 since they've, first came on the scene. So you just, like it takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But it definitely takes a little bit of luck, you know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure,
we
for
were we were blessed to be at the right place at the right time.
Nice. That's fire, man. I want to ask, how long do y'all see yourself being in this space?
Like
Of create in this journey, just creating music? Like how much longer y'all see yourself creating?
you want to answer first?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, it's
like
just-
I'm gonna be honest
okay.
with you, like
Okay.
for the,
Right.
like this is like, like Empire looked at us because one day we were trying to renew the contract. Like we were like, yo, when does this expire? And they were like, yo, this is a lifetime situation. Like y'all good. Like y'all can rock as long as y'all need to.
Facts.
And when I heard that from a business standpoint, I'm like, shit. And I'm in this for life. That's what that sounds like.
You know why?
what I'm saying?
I feel the same way, because like you'll get like, let's say you set goals, right? You set 5-year goals, 10-year, whatever. You hit that, and then there's more goals you want to reach. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, we could say I want to have the biggest album, we'll have the biggest album or whatever, and then I feel like it's other shit we want to do too. So it's like it never stops. It's like LeBron. LeBron could have retired 8 years ago, and
That's a fact.
he's still at Hall of. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
It never
you
stops.
keep-
yo.
it doesn't stop. You just
I
want to
read
keep.
that. It's crazy. Not to cut you off.
No.
I read that in one of my favorite books, The Way of the Superior Man, and he was talking about. He said, "Yo, it never stops.
Facts.
Like you'll think that you hit a peak, and it's like, nah, it's always something
Facts.
else." And like once that kind of set in for me, I realized like it's never, because we'll put shit off like, yo, I'm gonna do this until I get to this. And he was like, no, whatever that thing is, whether it is for me, whether it's podcasting, fashion, even getting back into the music space, do that, or take put an hour each day into doing that one thing that you like the most.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because you just never know like when it's gonna happen. It's no set time to these things.
That's
You
a
know?
fact.
And I feel like we just
Right.
getting started. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like every day. I don't feel like time's going forward. I feel like time's going backward. That's like I feel like it just gets better and better. Like, you know what
and
I mean?
and I see that for y'all. Every
Yeah.
year, y'all reinventing. Just keep coming up with fresh
Facts.
shit, creating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure.
That's fire.
For sure.
Word. So, any new singles? Full body length projects coming up?
Yeah, we got a bunch of singles with that.
I know
think-
y'all did that little run.
You
Yeah,
know, we got more.
a
We
new
got
one
more.
with Rockwaller coming out.
Facts.
Okay.
You know, we still working with Rock. We got a new one with Ralph Myers coming out in Europe. We supposed to be heading back out to Europe. So we definitely got some new singles coming, some new features coming. We like to surprise our fans. Don't want to let too much out the bag. But for sure, we got we got a lot of new music, man. We've been working with Akon has a producer. His name is Tri Bishop. We got an album with Tri.
Nah, fact,
Like,
really
you
an
know what I'm
album. Like the
saying?
nigga sent a pack over. Niggas just did all the beats he sent. Like fuck it.
Eric Sermon's producer. Well, two producers, Boogeyman and Sickness. We got projects with them as well.
Facts.
So like we just never stop working, man. We just consistent with it, just going in.
That's hard. It's a
Facts.
non-stop process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The harder you work, you get in life what you put into it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No, especially being independent, like you gotta work. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody holding your hand. It's like this. It's all you.
I mean, and it's a blessing. Like you get to you make the rules when you're independent. So shit, because you don't know if a nigga is independent and then want to go to a major, do what you want now, because later on it ain't gonna be like that. So
yeah.
do what
you gotta
want.
have that discipline independent. You
That's
know what I'm
the
saying?
only thing.
That's probably the hardest thing.
you could then look
being
up
independent is that discipline.
because you'll look up and be like, damn, I didn't do nothing for 2 years
And what happens?
because there's no deadlines to meet.
Right.
You're independent.
Exactly. And then some. If you don't move with the current, you know, you let the current just pass you by, then you can't keep up with the current.
Facts.
And that happens. So it's like that discipline. You got to make sure you have that. And for us, we've always had it like from the beginning, like because we've always like put ourselves in that like nobody told us like we rented out studios month to month, you know, managing them from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Like 5, 6 of them year in and year out. When the lease was up, we went found another one and did it again. And that was just our version of artist development. And there was nobody telling us that we need to be doing that. There was nobody telling us that y'all should be in the studio working or y'all should be writing music. We told ourselves that, you know, Biz sent me, yo, I was just chilling out, you know, I was at work. I was writing this. I was writing that. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Check this out. You know, we send voice notes to each other, keep each other inspired. So that type of discipline, like, my advice to like people coming up is get you a group of friends that have the same dream, the same idea, and go back and forth. You know, like y'all don't got to be a group. Y'all don't got to be a duo. But just if y'all share that same like-minded idea, just you know, keep your people inspired, and that's gonna help you go far.
That's what's up. Perfectly said. Couldn't agree with you more. Yo, we gonna take a little break. You know what I'm saying? Get back with y'all. Internet is fiction, man.
Yes, sir.
Where child support will ruin your pay. And shorty ain't happy till she ruins your day. You try to stay, but don't see yourself moving away. The only time you get your flowers is on funeral day.
Ice on my sleeve like my wrist broke. We the best. Long story short, like a cliff note. It's big bro. Still getting my feet wet. Save all of your cheap threats. Smoke great, beamer bumping, keep sweat.
Yeah,
I
we
need to
back.
get a black one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, my nigga, you give me a leg kiss, my nigga. Your knee is touching my knee.
Yeah, it's like because I'm in the corner, so I'm trying to. You gotta move over some. You can't move over no more.
Yeah. Freaky ass nigga, he had 69 God. Oh, that's
Yo, they are not letting that nigga live off.
yo,
that,
bro, don't lie, son. I don't even love that song. Everybody loves that song. It's just a feel.
It felt good, yeah.
It just feels good.
It feels
Pause.
good.
But
No Diddy, I guess that's the shit now, right?
no Diddy.
I
Damn,
don't like it, but I guess that's what it is.
the crazy shit is that no Diddy shit is so crazy because Puff ain't even get caught up on that kind of shit. Like he got caught up like a woman beater, and niggas making a nigga like he's the gayest nigga on the planet. My
shit's
nigga,
crazy.
that's nuts.
Nah, that's nuts.
Pause.
Him and Meek.
Pause.
Him and Meek.
And that's fucked up. Meek, like, yo, come on, my
The
nigga.
way niggas is doing Meek is crazy.
Yo, Meek
That's
is
Like, yo,
fat.
I block niggas
Meek is
from
finished.
just like, yeah, I'm in the car. I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah, yo, bro, niggas, damn son, that shit is whack.
Meek right now is hurt. Like he got to figure out how to bounce back from that.
Yeah, you
Watch your
definitely
mouth.
gotta-
See, it's you
everything-
can't say nothing.
yeah, everything-
You can't say
Yeah,
nothing.
Cam and Mace fucked it up.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Bring
saying?
it down and lift it up.
Hey,
That's good.
Yeah, you straight on the boards type shit. The Hip Hop Wolf.
mm-hmm.
It said New York rap is starting to sound like New York again.
Facts.
Posted the Youngfellaz.
That's a fact.
We in the era of the drill music. You know what I'm saying? Seeing things like that, how does that make you feel?
Accomplished. It makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying? It make you feel like somebody's listening, you know? Like,
Yeah.
because it's not easy to, it wasn't easy for us to just, like I said, stay the course, but it's just, that's what we grew up on. That's what we love. That's what we do. And we're going to continue to do that.
And we took a lot of heat for it. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like the comment sections, there was a lot of hate.
Yeah, I was about to get to that. Somebody was like, you got Dave East, Nino Man, Griselda, Don
And it's
Q.
like, why can't it be us too? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
That's a
not,
fact.
we not in direct competition with niggas. We fuck with that and we fuck with what they do. So why is it that?
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like New York have this mentality like it can only be one. And I don't understand why we are in this fucking space. It's so much talent. Like you go to Atlanta. We just seen what LA did. We talked about that off the record. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from. I've always hated
You
it.
gotta blame the big homies. It's their fault.
It's the big homies fault.
Because
That's-
in
I
LA,
feel the same
I
way.
remember 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when Kendrick was new,
Yeah.
I watched Snoop on stage with Drake.
Big homies don't show love
And
unless you sign to them.
Facts. And they passed the torch down to Kendrick, you know?
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like
a fact.
that's how it ain't that here. And I'm not saying it gotta be that here, but that's why New York
Big
is just a
homies is
loss.
only repping the dude that signed the paperwork.
Shit, sometimes Billy even rep them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like
Right, that shit's nasty.
It's nasty work. And I blame them. They ego. They you know they pride. It's all of the above.
Cause I was like, for me, a dream collab tape that I've been championing in the comment section. I would love to hear Neek Bucks and a Don Q collab tape, like the same way Offset and 21 Savage did. It was like some unexpected shit.
Facts.
I think that could just hand in hand, because I'll ride around to both of their shit individually.
But
I think that'd be a super collab.
It be it don't even be the rappers. The rappers always you fuck with each other. It be they
entourage?
friends. It be
Be
they
the
niggas.
entourage,
That be like, nah, you smoke that nigga. That nigga smoke, and it's like, and that's what it always is. It's never
That
the
shit whack, man.
facts. I agree,
That shit is whack.
but that's the game, man. New York is that's what New York is, man.
Because even with y'all, I could hear y'all in East. I could see that.
No, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? That should be hard.
Yeah, but like Biz said, there's somebody in the crew somewhere saying something like, you know, it might not make sense. Oh, you don't want them to run on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta kind of.
I'm not gonna lie, like not no arrogant shit. Me and Storm is like, since we not the biggest in the world, right? So like we high risk, low reward. You know, you get on track with us and we smoke you, and you bigger than us to the world. It kind of make you feel away because we shouldn't be smoking. That's how they look at it. You know
I didn't get a lot of features doing that too. I tried
for
to.
sure.
I reached out to a lot of, and I didn't get. I thought niggas hated me.
and
at
it's like,
first.
nah, I'm just not.
And I thought I was low key. I thought I'm like, am I whack?
Facts.
Niggas
You go-
look-
we
I'm like, yo.
got features that haven't come out, and I know there's a lot of chitter chatter and talk behind that same concept of these niggas, like you know what I mean, like and a lot of people don't want to go in and rewrite their verse because of their pride and their ego. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not mad at that though. I'm not rewriting my verse.
it gets weird.
You know what's crazy?
It gets weird. The animosity, the tension gets weird.
If it's like a song with me and Storm and like so I change a bar here, well, I'm never rewriting my verse.
Yo, I done
Like,
walked into sessions and they sitting there writing their lives away.
Yeah.
I done did my shit in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna be honest,
Right, Joe?
It's
In
only
five-
one
in
person
5 minutes.
that made me rewrite a verse. I don't know if y'all know. Y'all know Locke, Freemason, Aldo.
Oh
brother?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Facts.
of
That's the
course.
homie.
Me and Locke did a song.
He got you.
called the Weed Man, and he got me.
See, but that's that shit. 'Cause
Right?
he is the weed smoking connoisseur.
Yeah, he
young
got
nigga.
me.
So he cheated you.
And
He
I
tricked
was
you.
like-
he tricked him.
He
Lock.
tricked you on that one. Yeah,
I
he
said,
tricked you.
nah, son. I had to go. I had them like.
Nah, fuck that.
I was more on a. I've always had a style that wasn't New York. Me being back and forth from New York to Texas.
Right.
So he smoked me on some New York shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, I gotta come to New York on it. I was all over, not all over the place, but I had a southern type of twang to my shit at the time. And I'm like, nah, I gotta go bars on this. Like, he went
facts.
crazy. And I'm not, it's my man. I ain't afraid to. He had me on that. You know what I'm saying? I had to go write that verse. And another dude named Kama from Texas, he had got me a little. My pops told me he got me, so I had to.
Oh shit.
You know, music's changed.
Damn, when the OG tell you,
changed.
Yeah, my pops was like, yo, he got you.
Music's changed so much now. Sometimes it ain't about the ball. Sometimes if the vibe is right,
nah,
Yeah.
fuck
you know,
that.
like a nigga afloat on a record off just vibes.
I'ma
you
keep
know
it
what I'm
real.
saying?
That's a fact.
Nope. I'm gonna find a way to get bars in there. I don't give a fuck. I will harmonize
my
bars
man
if I have
Rams
to. I'm
is
gonna
like
make
that.
it work.
Nah, Biz are harmonized bars.
You know why? I
Biz
just love
say punchlines
Ram- my son
in a
Ram-
on a hook.
harmony. In a
I'll
harmony.
punchline a hook off.
Yeah.
I don't care because like
I gotta
love-
link y'all one day. My man Ramsey
Nah,
is just
for
like
sure.
that.
But
Same-
it's like
same
this.
way.
You know what? I don't do that for the listener. I do that for other artists and shit. You know, like when the biggest compliment a rapper could get is another rapper making that face like this nigga's violating. Yeah, like, and that's the biggest compliment.
That's
like,
a fact.
and
All the hate. I love that
that too.
compliment.
Yeah, that too.
I just told
I
Storm
love
that.
that compliment.
Even when females make that face,
Facts.
like that nigga night.
That's the one.
You know you come.
That's
like,
when you know you got
yeah,
something.
you know you got something.
We have
bro.
put a record
When
out.
a female, be, ooh,
We had put a record out, Syrup.
Facts.
When we put Syrup out, it was another record we was trying to put out. It was another record called ATM, and it was Aaliyah, Timberland, Missy. We paid homage to them. Had flipped that sample on a Rockwilder project we did.
Okay.
And I had said we were trying to figure out the single,
yeah.
and the girls, they wanted the more street record, and they're like, "Yo, honestly, we don't really like when guys talk to girls on girl records. Like we want to hear you like talk your shit, and that record feels like that. So when you do some fly shit, and it's like, but it's still some street shit, and the female puts that like, what was that?
That's a fact.
That's the feeling that you really want. That's when you know you got something. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Word.
Shout out to the females.
100%. Would you yeah, have you ever got on a drill beat before?
Yeah. See us together. We did a record. We flipped the Akon sample, and it was drill driven.
Okay.
It was on the Cold project.
The shit from the 10 songs we did.
And Vibrations.
And Vibrations, yeah.
We did two drill joints, but we did it in a
us.
lyrical way.
Yeah, facts.
It didn't sound like New York drill. We've never done New York drill style.
Right.
We've never done that, and there ain't nothing wrong with what they do. It's just a style of music that
ain't us.
It was created. I felt like on the wrong side of the fence.
Yeah,
it was created on the
Absolutely.
beef tip. You know what I'm saying? Everything was about this and the opposition.
That was outrageous.
Yeah, that was crazy. My bad. It was about this and the opposition, and we ain't really into that. We empower the youth. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
We show them how to get money. We don't show them how to get bitches. We don't show them how to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we don't show them
I'm
how
gonna be honest.
to.
That's
do
why I
all
like
this shit.
Sexy Drill. I love what Cash Cobain.
I just told Storm that
I ain't stopped bumping that shit
I'm
yet,
more
bro.
like that ain't my cup because that's not the music I make. But I fuck with that way more than I fuck with the other side.
You could ride around to that.
Like,
with
it's
your
just
lady.
it's fun.
He's a one trick pony, and that's fine. But it's fun.
No, it's not a one. No, that's not true. That's his.
Like
it's
his though, but that's what I love about it is him. Like he's really doing him. You know what I'm saying?
He hot. He the MVP right now.
I'll give it to him.
You know who he remind me of too? Kev Cartier. That's why
boy?
Yeah, facts. That's why it's funny.
Yeah. What's up with I don't want to say his name was Corey Jones.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Had some fire shit.
Corey's still doing this thing, man.
Okay.
He's right now he's working on life and figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Putting it all together and all of that.
He got a lot of heat.
Man, his talent.
That last single, that shit was crazy.
His
talent is on another level, and we got a record with him that's big that we trying to like figure. We don't want to put it out because it's one of those hit records.
We'll play a few off camera.
We was in the studio working on it, and Boss and Joey Badass and ASAP Ferg was all in the room, and they was all coming over like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" Like it was his managers, and it was crazy. We was actually, shout out to them because they showed us wild love on that record. Shout out to my boy K Quick. He works with them, and it was just a coincidence. We was in the studio cooking it up, and they was in the next room, and they just kept kind of like we was just playing it real loud. And Corey's an exceptional writer, an exceptional singer, and he has tons of talent. And I see him doing big things, but like a lot of people, he just got to get out of Jacksonville and really explore the world and really see things outside of his city, so that he can really go, to the places that he needs to be.
That makes sense. Fire, man. Word.
So shout out to Corey Jones.
Big shout out to Corey.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I had to ask him like, I seen y'all making some fire with him too.
Yeah, man, he's dope.
We probably got a whole project with Corey, to be honest. We got so much unreleased records with Corey.
How many unreleased records you think y'all got in the past?
I
probably can't even answer that shit.
Like we probably no lie, that sounds crazy, but we have a lot.
That's believable.
Like, not everything, not full records. We got like my verse in the hook, or Storm verse in the hook, or Corey on the hook and Storm on the verse. But we got a lot of
like
records.
If you left it up to some of our listeners, they'd want a project every season from us. You know what I'm saying? And we just like kind of like we still treat this like a business at the end of the day. So it's like
Absolutely.
you know what I mean. If the business is in a strange place, they what they do. They look at what's number one on the charts, and they tell their artists that's what y'all need to be doing. The artists themselves are looking at what's number one on the charts and saying, "Yo, we need to go and do that." So it's like, we move at our own pace just based off the fact that we don't do that. We might do a couple freestyles. What's popular right now, we'll go knock out a freestyle. But other than that, we try to stay away from emulating and replicating.
Facts. But if a label came and said play 100 joints, we could do that.
What's the
100 joints for sure.
I want to ask about the situation that happened in a newspaper. The news article had printed some stuff about y'all. Care to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. New York Post said weeded and reap. We spent a bunch of money.
Hold up, before you even say the shit, I remember the day it happened. Right, I'm outside. I think I was like on a train or some shit, and I look, and I'm like, that shit look like me on the. What the fuck? So that I get off at 125th, and I'm about to buy this paper, and I buy it. I'm just going, and I see Rihanna on the page. And I look, I'm like, that shit is me. So now I'm reading this shit, and I'm like, yo, this shit is outrageous. Like, it was out the blue type shit. So when it happened, I had to go all the way to Brooklyn. I was on 25th. I had to go all the way to Brooklyn to get off the train to call store. When I got off the train, a million messages. Everybody.
Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you my story. I'm in my crib, right? And Joe calls me, and Joe says, "Yo, it's just Joe. He's this is before he moved. He out to Jersey. He's living with my parents back in Soundview, and he's like, he's in his room, about to shut it all down. Pops gets home. My pops likes to get home, hit the bathroom, sit on the toilet, hit the paper.
Right.
He hits the paper, opens the paper. He says, Joe.
The shit was unreal.
Just like that.
Yeah, I could see this shit.
Can you imagine going through the paper?
First time
and
he
you see
sees it, he says, Joe.
What the fuck, man?
What the fuck is going on?
Yo.
I'm like, yo. Joe's telling me on the phone, like, yo, let me tell you how Pops found out. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, he just opens the paper, page 6. All he sees is me and you and Biz, man.
Cause see how I got it, somebody, I party with y'all. So somebody,
Right.
Yo, it's your man. So I'm like, fuck you. What's this? Is that clear? I said, oh shit.
Yo,
and I text Biz. I'm like, yo, bro, you good?
Yo,
Yeah, it's good.
Yo, I'll tell you another one. I'm in La Marina.
Facts.
I'm in VIP. My uptown niggas. Shout out to my uptown niggas, Chrome, Dalfedo, the crew, the guys, University. Them we busting bottles open, wilding out, you know what I'm saying? Having a great time. Busta Rhymes pulls up.
Oh shit.
Busta Rhymes comes and he goes, hold on. Yo, ain't you that little nigga from the paper?
Oh shit.
Yo,
damn.
Yo, I got the picture still in my phone till this day. He says, yo, I don't care if you did it or if you didn't do it. Drop some music.
Facts.
I'm like, oh shit, Busta, what up?
Shout out to Busta.
I'm gonna keep it real though.
Shout out to Busta on that.
I'm just happy that they used a good picture of niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was a good
It was good
Yes,
flick. It was a photo shoot. I said, I like that.
Flick.
Right.
We had little chains on. We had good gear on. It was fire.
I said, I'll take that.
That's a fact.
Like, at the time, it was whack because it's like you just kind of look at it like that shit is the. You hear about a lot of whack shit in the game and you don't think it'll happen to you, and when it does, it's like, damn, niggas will just lie on you like that.
We was next to Rihanna. Rihanna was in at the carnival. She had the it was.
But that's what
it brought in so much attention and
Facts.
and it was a domino effect of great things that happened afterwards. We made the paper after that. We signed to Empire after that. We won a Grammy in Norway. Like, it really was like positive that came
turning
from
negative into positive.
It was.
But that shit was like firsthand let you know about like just negativity.
Yeah.
Wins more than positivity, right? Because when everything was debunked and everything was shown that it was a lie, it didn't make nothing. Right. And that's how I knew.
It is weird. I could tell you that.
And they didn't want to pick it. Nobody wanted to pick it up at that point.
Nope.
Nobody wanted to like, yo, look, we won. We showing, everything. Like we settled this out and none of it was true. And we have the court documents to show it and nobody even
And
cared.
the crazy shit is,
why is life like that though, bro? Like, it's like
that's
some negative shit going on, everybody front and center, right? You doing your thing, whether it's touring in the studio with this person, that person, or just just looking like you went up and up.
Vlad did the same shit. We hit Vlad up. We sent the article to Vlad and we said, yo, Vlad, can we sit down and talk to you about it? He said, nah, I'm good, but put the article up. And was like, I'm good with just this.
Wow.
Did us just like that.
But that's life, right?
I'm like, yo, but you don't want us to at least come up and explain ourselves? And he's like, nah, I'm good with just this. And I'm like, wow.
Motherfuckers.
But that's just life, man. Like, you have 100 niggas at your wedding, 1,000 at your funeral, and that's just the way life is.
Crazy?
Niggas care about negative
I seen
shit.
that at my pop's funeral.
God rest his soul.
That's a fact. Thank you. My pops was one of the most giving individuals I've ever met in my life. My life pretty much growing up was kind of like Tyreek on Power. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of pretty much grew up like Tyreek off Power. You know what I mean? My pops was a lot like Ghost, drug dealer, did his thing in the streets. I was in Catholic school. he took care of a lot of people. When his funeral came, that shit was like family and close friends. You know what I'm saying? So
Which is crazy.
I definitely. No, I know
Yeah,
how that shit
they
feel.
only gravitate towards the negativity. You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
fact.
It's just, but the positivity or the
To celebrate
celebrating of
somebody.
life is like, you know.
That's a fact.
I saw something weird on the internet, and now to bring not to bring this up, but somebody said there was a dude they were getting rid of. God rest his soul, PNB Rock's storage unit, and in the storage unit he had like a sculpture of him and his son. He had flash drives, about 5 flash drives that probably had unreleased music on it.
Yeah.
So they reached out to his brother, his blood brother.
Yeah.
And they said, yo, do you want to buy this? Not buy, but do you want to take this from your brother? He said, nah, you can keep it.
Wow.
And, the dude that was saying the story was like, man, it's just whack, because if it was some money in there or something that he felt he can profit from, he would have absolutely said, yeah, give me that. But because he felt it was worthless,
right?
He said to the dude, you can just keep it. It was like this white dude, I guess the dude who owned the storage unit.
I seen some shit like that. I think he was on YouTube too. I got to wrap his old storage unit.
Yeah,
I didn't click on it.
It was P&B's, and
I gotta watch that shit now.
And the bro, I guess his bro just like, yo, keep it. Nah, I don't find no use in this. So it's like it's kind of whack.
Or it could be a situation they were so close. I guess he don't want that memorabilia.
I mean, that's whack. For sentimental value, you should keep that.
I mean, or the nigga was really trying to sell it and act like he was trying to
Maybe it was that. Maybe it could have been
probably trying some extortion type shit.
Maybe maybe he owed the bill. Yeah, not extortion, but like he owed a bill on it. And it was like, for you to have it, you gotta pay the bill, and the bill was probably a pretty big amount. And you don't know the backstory behind it.
That's
but
a fact. Because niggas will do anything for clicks to get niggas to click on that video.
Exactly.
But before we get up out of here, I need to know, man, what's the best place y'all have ever been as far as touring, and what the groupies like, man? What the hoes like, man? I mean, I don't know if anybody in a relationship. I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
Nah, you ain't gonna get nobody in trouble, man. You know, the past is the past. But with the best place,
what state got the best pussy, man? Where they at?
State.
The best place I've been to is just all over Europe. It's just they
Europe is just different. Yeah.
They respect artistry. You know what I'm saying? They really fuck with what you're doing. They don't care about the name. They don't care about.
Yeah, I feel like anywhere we went here in America was just like it was.
Who you late to? Why you?
It's more clout over talent.
It was clout. It's very much so
Clout-driven,
clout over talent. No matter if you in Atlanta, if you in VA, if you in Florida, if you in Texas, if you in LA, it really doesn't matter. That they all move. Off that same social media accord. You know what I'm saying? One thing, Biz says it a lot, man. Like, Biz just keeps saying it. And we seen, I think Rod Wave just recently said it the other day too. And I think, who was the other guy that said it? Key Streets? I forget who it was that said it. It was somebody from the South. But they had said Key Glock, somebody. I forget who it is. But he was like, social media ruined this generation.
Key Glock,
right?
Sure.
He said social media ruined this generation.
Absolutely.
And Biz says, even before seeing Key Glock said it, Biz been saying that for a while. Like, this generation just doesn't, they move off of just clout purposes. Everything is
Nothing's appreciated.
Even when you look in the comments of the Hip Hop Wolf art viral joint that we had, every comment is said for like shock value purposes. Let me see if they'll comment. Let me see who will comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if
they might pin my shit because I said this.
Because I said this. Let me see who'll laugh at this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a fact.
And
it's weird, bro.
And his generation is just full of that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy story. I'm on 25th, maybe about a month or two ago. In the store, 2 niggas hop out, slice some nigga up savagely, bro. I'm talking about the most savage slicing I've ever seen in my fucking life. It looked like Oz, like a scene from Oz. And while Shorty man left him, he tried to get in a BMW. Nigga sped off, left his man. Man left him. Then instead of offering a nigga help, niggas go like this.
Yep.
All his face bloody, cut.
Nasty work.
Bro, we don't.
I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
We don't.
Bro.
We desensitized to shit like that. That's the sad part about it.
At this point of the
I'm
game,
like, yo, bro, it's no reason I should have fucking had to go online and see Nip die.
Yeah,
You know, like I don't want to see that
Disturbing.
shit. I don't want to see that, or like
or even
PNB.
PNB, even
That
PNB,
fucks- yeah.
I mean, take
Wow,
off.
that
I don't.
fucked me up,
We don't
bro.
gotta see that.
even
shit.
Takeoff.
Yeah,
man.
like niggas got
Yeah.
families, man. That shit
Yeah,
fucked
like
me up.
they
Yeah,
kids
I feel
gotta
like
go
all
online
of
and
the
see
all
that
of the
shit.
murders in the last couple joints we've been,
Like even
we've been
in,
seeing them.
Yeah,
Even
Dolph,
in-
rest in peace, Dolph. Yeah. All
Even
that.
seeing
nigga,
them.
even niggas that died in the hood. Like,
Yeah.
I don't watch and have to see that shit.
Yeah,
They got Instagram page. It's like they'll
The pages, yep.
flag you for if you got like I remember YouTube was like flagging my shit for having ass in the video, some weird shit. But I'm like, yo, y'all literally got pages of niggas gunning niggas down on Instagram. Y'all not sensitizing that shit.
it's
You know
really
what I'm saying?
that's the algorithm for you. It really works like that. You know what
corny.
I'm saying? Off shock
Facts.
value. So moving city to city is like the reason why he said Europe is because like they have a real appreciation, and it may be because they get to it late or because they don't have it at arm's reach because you got to really fly 13 hours to get to them. So when you finally get there, they're more like appreciative, like, oh my gosh. Like for us in the beginning when we first was getting over there, because by the time when we finally had our feet in the ground over there, they knew us when we got out there.
For
so
sure.
they do their homework before we get there. But when we first got out there, they would do their homework while we out there because they just didn't understand who we were. And they would go and be like, damn, y'all got songs with Snoop and y'all got songs with Nip and y'all. And then it'd be like, how the hell y'all know that? And like, oh, we just Googled y'all name. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they'll be
Facts.
humble enough to even just say that, express that to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just seeing that and just like Biz said, like just seeing that and just the women, it was just always like love. You know what I'm saying? And they would say like, you know, the Europeans had the cleanest pussy. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they would say that, but
All
it was
right,
like,
all right.
yeah, we always wrapped it up and we always
For sure.
make sure
Gotta
we
do-
wrap
for
it
sure.
up.
Gotta do that.
But they would tell us like, yo, y'all gotta wear condoms. Like they clean. This is clean pussy.
I've
out
never
here.
heard that. I've never heard that. I swear to God.
Whoa!
He said I never heard that.
That's personal. I never heard that. I never ever heard somebody say
Yo,
that.
and it was a chef. It was a chef that said that shit. The
Oh,
chef,
shit.
Our personal chef told us that.
Nah,
It was
fuck
weird.
that.
It was
nigga,
it's
he
a
had 69.
He was a
God.
freaky ass nigga. Like we like, nah, we not working like that. But we hear you. We hear you. But yeah, it was a tremendous.
Speaking
amount
of which,
work.
I seen some crazy shit earlier. They say Houston had a crazy HIV rate for the week. It was like 17,000 for the week.
For the
God.
week. Nigga doing weekly. It's out.
For the week. I seen that shit on
That's
Say
a
Cheese.
That's a
this
dirty
morning.
ass place.
Yo, chill.
That's
Shout out to
crazy,
Houston, but that's
bro.
It's the, you know,
Shout out to
it's-
Houston, but
it's
if that's true, y'all gotta
Drake
do
with the
it.
Drake with the
That's
Drake
this
with
week.
the
That's
Drake
this
with
week.
with Drake with the strip clubs, man. He done made the strip clubs.
Nigga
out
trying
here.
to blame
work
Drake
out
for
here.
HIV in Houston. That's out.
Yo,
What
ever
the
since he
fuck?
said Houston, land of Vegas,
Oh,
it's just,
man.
it got nasty in Houston.
Nah, I hope that's not true, Houston. That's
But
kind of
yeah, man.
Wrap it up, Houston, man. Get it right.
Yo, I appreciate y'all guys. This has been a legendary interview. I'm gonna call it that because
That's love.
it's always good when you linking up with your guys, man. I'm glad to see everybody
Facts.
still doing good. Niggas
Facts.
is still in tip top shape and doing what y'all love to do. Most important. So,
Facts.
yo, any jewels y'all want to drop for let's say younger artists? He's coming up. He's trying to do his thing. What advice would you leave him with before we get out of here?
Never quit. Stay the course and just be yourself.
Be yourself.
That's
That's
really,
the number
I
one.
know that's
the number
cliche
one
as
rule.
fuck, but that's
The
really
number
the
one
truth.
rule is be yourself. Self-identity. Don't jump into that whole idea of thinking you have an identity crisis. You can be yourself, and it can be cool to be yourself, and you can build a really big community off of being yourself. Because right now it's all about building that community. You know what I'm saying? And so you can do that by being. You don't have to sound or look like somebody else. Do you? And watch the rest of the world follow its course.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all
thank
taking
you,
the
bro.
time
Real
out your
shit.
schedule to come here, fuck with a nigga.
Anytime.
You already know, man. It's episode 22, the ending of this fiction. Youngfellaz, Mac Melly. We out of here, man.
Facts. My God.
Appreciate you, brother.